guys, Alex Peak Performance Reviews. Welcome to another vlog and welcome to yet another video, bit of a different one, but it's another tech review. We don't do many of these, but obviously from time to time I feel it is worth sharing, because at the end of the day, if you're a potential vlogger who wants to do more things like us or anything else, I suppose, and you're finding us from a different spectrum of kind of vlogging, it doesn't really matter. This review today is on the Rode Wireless Go system, and yeah, I've basically started using it, and the reason why is, for me, my audio has definitely been subpar, and for that reason I really needed a go-to device which doesn't break the bank, but is much better than using a standard mic. Even this is why I've got this here. This is a Rode kind of shotgun mic. I love the Rode equipment. I've always used a lot of their equipment. They're based in Australia and their audio stuff is pretty much second to none. So when I heard about this Wireless Go system, I thought, you know what, I've got to explore this. I asked a bit more from friends who are vloggers as well, also who have automotive channels as well, like myself, and I thought, you know what, I've got to go and do it, got to, you know, invest in this. And for anyone UK based, they're sub £200. I've got a link in the bio. It's an Amazon affiliate link, so obviously we probably get like 2p or something from you buying it if you do, but it's normally the go-to cheapest option on Amazon. So Amazon Prime, typically next day delivery if they're in stock. When I went to buy this, there was no stock levels. It said no stock, but we'll be back in soon. And funny enough, from me placing the order and saying that I was going to wait, I think it's about 4 days and I got it. So even if it says it's not in stock, the supplier in which I'm giving you the link for, which is always the best price anywhere I've found, it's normally really quick. So I'd say it's going to be either next day if it's in stock, or even if they're saying it's not in stock, it'll probably be 3 to 5 days maximum. So rest assured it's going to be pretty quick, which is great. First things first, pairing up the two devices, you've got a receiver and a transmitter, and all you do is you press the Rode button, which also acts as an on-off button on the transmitter, and you press the Rode button on that for 3 seconds, and then on this, which is hidden, which is really good, and it works really well on seat belts for people who are using it in car, which I will be, and it just slides in, and it also, the mount, it just slides onto and across things like your, you know, clothing, onto seat belts, and it also doubles as a hot shoe mount onto or a cold shoe mount on the top of a DSLR or any of your other devices, which is really good as well. So yeah, real simple pairing system. Other than that, there's a couple of other buttons that are on the transmitter, and that is a decibel gain level adjuster. And one thing I would say, before you for some reason use this Rode Wireless Go system on a number of different cameras, make sure you check all of your cameras out before you go out shooting your video, and just check the gain settings and the decibel settings, so the sound level settings on each of your cameras, because I tried it on my DSLR, the iPhone, and also on a GoPro, and the levels were very different. On my iPhone, I found that medium and the high settings were probably worthwhile, but normally medium was okay. With the DSLR, if it was stationary, you could even go to low or medium, and I think it's just maybe to do with the sound processing within the camera is just much higher quality than that of an iPhone, for example, or a GoPro even. I could put that on a medium or low setting on the DSLR, but everything else needed either a medium, which I think the iPhone was good with, and the GoPro actually even needed a high setting, so it needed to pick that the volume up a bit more, and the sound quality was really good. So test every device you're going to use this on, so you know exactly what your go-to decibel range is for that, and then when you put it on there, just with the click of a button, you'll see that there's a little on the display, on the digital display, there's, as you're pressing the decibel button, the different levels will go up in 3 segments, in 3 steps. So you'll have a low, which you can see is a low amount of the color of the actual gauge is filled up. And then you've got a medium, which is obviously halfway, and then you'll see a full lit up sound when it's on the high setting. So just make sure you get that right. Other than that, really, things to note and know about this system. So it operates in a 2.4 gigahertz range. What that means is it's license free, and you can use it also anywhere in the world without any disruption. So that's a great thing to know. Also, the range between transmitter and receiver is 70 meters. So it will differ in different environments, and if you're trying to go around corners and things like that, but typically speaking, the range is 70 meters. So a hell of a lot of distance you can go from a certain point and shoot area, and you can frame the setup really nice at a long distance and get great audio, which is quite nice actually. It gives a really good adjustability factor, I suppose, on how you're shooting, and range of flexibility in terms of that distance. On to battery life. At the end of the day, if you're out shooting with these all day, it is going to nearly give you that flexibility to give you that whole day's shooting. How much battery you have is 7 hours, so that's nearly probably as much as you will do, but I'd practice definitely turning them off in between shots, because if you leave them on for 7 hours, if you have like a 10-hour day or a 12-hour day shoot, which sometimes like I will do when I do a manufacture testing of cars, if you didn't maybe turn it off between shoots and between cars when you're not really needing to use it, you're going to run out of battery. But if you're using it continuous use for and on a day shoot somewhere and you don't turn it off, you are going to potentially run out of battery towards the end of your shoot probably. So what I would advise is I always bring a battery pack out with me, some kind of charging station, and then you could just fire these up in between a small break, maybe if you stop for a coffee or a snack or your lunch, and that's probably what I would tend to do in my lunch period, which there always is on media events. If you're shooting, realistically, unless you're hardcore, still you stop for some food or some drink. So if you do that, if you were to charge them back up in half an hour, they're probably going to have 25% or 25% or 30-40% of extra battery life within that, which is going to extend that range up to 10 and 12 hours. So you shouldn't really run out if you're doing that. So that would be great. So it's really good. That to me is a really decent amount of length in terms of battery life. So that's a big thumbs up on that as well. The second button that I was going on about is just a pairing button. If you lose pairing between the transmitter and receiver, you just press the pairing button and they'll match back up. Other than that, you've also got on the display the wireless level, or it's just telling you that it's within the range. And other than that, it's also got a really handy display on the battery life, so it'll show the battery life of the transmitter and the receiver, which is absolutely ideal. Within the box, aside from your transmitter and receiver, you also get a Rode plugs in from your transmitter into your device. If for some reason you've got a weird and wonderful different device, which one of my devices is, and you may need an adapter to, I don't know, a mini USB or something like that, you do get a really nice little Rode case, nice soft shell, and it also comes with 2 wind mics, so you've got 2 of those in there as well. Also have 2 USB cables, which are used for charging. So you've got a spare, it's almost the same as this really, you've got a spare windsock essentially, and you've got a spare USB charger. It's USB to USB-C, which is obviously a lot of modern tech is going that way, USB-C, which is the oblong kind of shape one, where you've got, you basically can't go, you can go in that way or upside down, either way, and it's really good. So you've got 2 of those, so if you lose one, you've got another one. It does also come with a 2-year warranty from Rode, which is really good. So in 2 years, if you have a problem, I'd like to think that Rode customer service is decent, and I've heard that it is fairly decent. So that's great as well. So 2-year warranty. If you have any problems, send it back. They'll sort it out. So great. I'm also told from Rode as well that the this wireless Go system has been it's been made so it can be used in very crowded environments in terms of people using different things, and the transmission of different sounds, etc., will not cross over. So I've been rest assured from Rode also that is one of the benefits also of this system. So yeah, really good. You just know it's going to be reliable, and you know that you're not going to get any frequencies and sounds coming in from anyone else as well. So that's always good to know as well. For some reason you did want to know, the battery inside here, hence the 7 hours, they're lithium-ion batteries. The benefits of that as well is it's really light, and that's something else that some people don't talk about. We've worn these for long periods of time, and we're not even noticing they're on us, which is great. So you can forget that they're there, which can be a good and a bad thing. But yeah, make sure you don't go and take your shirt off and then put it in the washing machine. But I don't think you would, because I think you just about feel it as you're taking it off. But yeah, they're so lightweight, and you wouldn't even know they're there, which is great. And you can hide them quite nicely. It's a lot easier on the black. You can buy these in white as well, actually. It might be that if your shirt is a white shirt you typically wear, you might want to go for the white, and then the body's white and it hides a bit better. But most of our apparel tends to be black, and my kind of go-to shirts that I use for my shoots are black. So yeah, it kind of disguises itself there, and it's just behind there, but it's got a nice little Rode bit on there as well. But it's great. It does look good, does look professional as well, which is brilliant. So one thing worth noting, talking about batteries, you are not able to change out batteries, so they're just a sealed unit, so you don't need to worry about that. And obviously, if you're wanting to know about the mic, yes, basically there is a lav mic built into the actual unit, and I'll give you a close-up of that as well. And that's built into the unit, and it's a lab-grade lav mic. And actually, on listening back to some of my footage on a big screen, on a really good speaker, you can definitely tell that the sound level, it sounds professional. It sounds like, yeah, studio-grade, kind of production-grade quality, basically. So it's a game changer for me, because it's different level in terms of quality, which is really good. So also, like I said, it has a 3.5 mil socket also on the unit here. So if you did want to put a wired different mic on there for some reason, if you've got a really ultra high mic that you just like the sound of yourself on, then you can kind of put that in there as well, and then you can kind of put it in and clip it on somewhere else your own way. But I feel that this is so good that I would not even entertain that. And I have got some really good little lav mics, but to be fair, in terms of how good they are, and they were reasonably expensive, this is higher end and better quality than even those. So yeah, I wouldn't be doing anything personally myself. I think that's just so good. So aside from that, now literally that is everything you need to know. So I'm going to now talk about what I think of the microphone. I've used it in different environments now, briefly be it, and on first opinions on this Rode Wireless Go, it is next level. So for me, the fact that obviously it's nice and lightweight, you don't even know it's there, and the fact that it gives you what I would say lab grade, studio grade type audio, it's just a game changer for me. So if you're in that kind of market for something like this, and you're thinking about making your audio sound better, and for circa kind of £157 UK money to £200, I don't think, and I'm pretty sure after doing my own research and speaking to other people that are much larger in terms of numbers and of subscribers than I am, this system is better than anything out there, unless you're looking at spending, £500-600, huge amounts more for the money, for how much quality you'll now get from this. I'm definitely not looking back. For me, it's one of the best amounts of money I've ever spent on anything that's going to be good for my vlogs, and I do think it will just take my vlogs on some. So yeah, that is it really. I'm not really going to talk about it too much more. I'm just giving you my my basically assumption and reviews of this mic, and 100% it is absolutely class. It is so good, and obviously it's the same as anything. You spend, you know, a couple of £100 and you want to see some, you know, something good, and you want it to be good, and rest assured, I'm telling you now, it is absolutely amazing. So if you guys have got any other questions that maybe we haven't answered and you're not sure about, hit us up in the comment section and give us your questions, as we always like answering them. And yeah, like I say, if we haven't touched on anything that you want us to answer, please get in touch. And yeah, no, I hope this has been of use to you, and thank you as always. Like, share, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.